For carnival ticket information, call 352-347-0883.
Yeah, 5 minutes after 8 o'clock. It is a beautiful Friday morning, and it's Friday. Even if it was rainy, it would be beautiful.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like Fridays. I'm so busy on the weekend. I don't know why I like Fridays. I just do.
Yeah.
It's kind of the end of a stretch, and then you get a break, and then you do the stretch again on Monday.
Exactly.
It's life. That's the way life is, right?
That's right.
I would rather have it this way. We've all probably had plenty of jobs where you did not have weekends off. I appreciate weekends off.
Oh, sure.
Galen Unold is on the phone. He gets weekends off, but he also is one of those guys that works weekends.
Yeah, he does.
But it's kind of weird that we like him anyway. Like the weekends, not Galen.
Yeah.
Good morning, Galen. How you doing?
Hey, good morning, Larry, Robin. How are y'all?
Good. When you like them, it sounds like him or like them. I meant them, meaning weekends.
Yeah.
Yeah, Larry, you know. I'm not going to go to, the Fest with you anytime soon in Key West.
Oh, yeah. Well, thank you. Do you know who we bumped into yesterday? We bumped into Tom James.
We did.
We went to a ribbon cutting at a...
Awesome.
Yeah, and there he was. This is a guy who... he does do TV sports, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. He does TV sports.
He's got the look. Man, he's a good-looking guy, isn't he?
Yeah, he does.
Oh, yeah. He does have that classic sports anchor guy look.
Yeah,
with the hair.
My gosh,
he's got the hair.
And great hair. Got great hair.
Oh, great! I thought you said great.
Yeah,
great hair.
His hair is great.
Yeah.
He's got great hair.
So happy Veterans Day! Thank you for your service, Galen.
Thank you.
As a Navy man,
thank you.
On Veterans Day, do you look back at those years when you were in the service more so than you might any other day?
No, I mean, I'll check in with some friends, and then we'll just talk about the old times probably. But that probably won't happen till this weekend. But I mean, what you realize is just how, what an honor it is to serve this country, and I think that's what happens with all the pomp and circumstance that'll happen. That it just makes it reinforces the decision I made when I decided to join, and I didn't join for any of those reasons. I didn't join to think I was going to defend my country. I didn't do it out of patriotism. I did it because, it seemed like the right thing to do at the time.
Mm-hmm.
But now when you look back, you realize that decision has such a profound impact on the rest of your life. And I've said this many times, it's the best decision I've ever made. And so, I look back at that and say, how different my life could have been. But that's what happens. You do more inflection as to, how cool it was to serve and some of the things I did that you can only do by serving for, in the military.
Do you think that veterans are most likely to be in favor of decisions that would preserve peace? I've often thought that when we get called warmongers for some reason, I want nothing but peace. I don't want to fight right here outside the window with two people.
Yeah.
Let alone a war.
Yeah, I understand the sentiment, but at the same time, we are willing to fight for what we have.
Yes.
I'm not a peace at all cost guy. Right. So yeah, I think anybody who has served wants peace.
Yeah.
But also, there are so many people who are willing to. I'm not willing to give up my values or my morals or my freedoms or my liberty or the things that we fought so hard for. And a lot of those are threatened every day. I'm willing to fight for those. So I am absolutely willing to fight for those, and to die for them if I have to,
and that's
so that my children can have them.
And that right there is why I think you veterans are a step above the rest of us, because you made that decision at one time that said, you know what, I might not come out of this alive. Mm-hmm. You made that decision, and there's no other decision in the course of a lifetime, with the exception of first responders. I think they also make that decision, and so that's why we always group first responders with veterans. In fact, I would guess probably a large percentage of first responders are also veterans.
Yeah, I would guess that.
My nephew is.
Yes.
My father was. Mm-hmm. He was a policeman and he had been a vet. My nephew Christopher is a firefighter and he's a vet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Or they go into the blood field.
Mm-hmm.
Like
exactly.
That's right.
So anyway, being a sports guy, I thought it might be interesting, and this is probably a topic we've done similar in past Veterans Days, but I have athletes who served in the military. Some names I know very well, some names I don't even know.
Yeah, and it was a lot more prevalent during, obviously, World War II and Korea and even Vietnam than it is today. But, yeah, they're still there, though. There's still quite a few athletes who are playing today that served in some capacity.
Can you name some that I don't even know who?
There was obviously Pat Tillman, who gave up his career to serve after 9/11. He's probably the most famous case. There's a couple of guys that are in the NFL that played at the U.S. Naval Academy or the Air Force or something like that, and then served, and then went on to have a career. David Robinson of the San Antonio Spurs is probably one of the most famous NBA guys to ever do it, because he was in the United States. He was in the Naval Academy, then served in the Navy at the same time I did, and then got out and had a Hall of Fame career in the NBA. Mm-hmm. Those are just a few.
Can you believe that guy Copernic did not vote? Did you see that story that he chose? Whatever. Come on. You had to know he wasn't going to vote. Really?
I mean, look. All you have to do. The reason he's doing all of this is because of his girlfriend. I mean, his girlfriend, and she's hot, by the way. She's a Muslim, and she is part of the founders of the Black Lives Matter movement in California. He's doing that because she told him to do it. He doesn't understand the issues. He's doing it because his girlfriend told him to do it.
That's awful.
That's it.
Wow.
That's
it. Wow. Yeah, that's what a lot of men do those things.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm here. My wife told me to be here.
It's crazy.
And that's just part of it.
Yeah, but not voting. Voting is different than going to a party, you know.
He doesn't know any better.
Yes,
You're assuming that this guy. People assume that he's good with the issues. He doesn't know any of the issues. He doesn't know any of his representatives, or and especially where he lives. He lives in this exclusive neighborhood, but he doesn't have any idea of what the issues are. He's doing what his girlfriend told him to do.
We don't need bad role models for our children.
I love what you're saying, because
he's not a role model. It's sad that people think he is a role model.
I love it.
Yeah,
I agree with both of you.
Oh, I'm a role model. It's come on.
The thing I agree with both of you. I love what you're saying, because it really says a lot. Mm-hmm. I mean, what you're saying says a lot. But if you were to have a conversation with him, you would say, well, wait a minute, if you're making a political statement, regardless of why you're making it, wouldn't it have made sense to at least vote for the person you think best represents what you want this country to be?
Exactly.
You have to, you could try to have that, but he would say, in his heart, he doesn't know what he wants this country to be. He's a 20-something-year-old football player who's been babied his entire life, and he's lived. He was adopted at a young age by very affluent parents, and God blessed him with some athleticism that is extremely rare. And he doesn't know any better. He's going to wake up when he's 40 and go, I have no idea what I'm doing in this world, because he's never had to live in this world. And so if his girlfriend, who's really hot, says, "Hey, what they're doing it's really bad." But that's a big factor, Larry, when you're 20-something.
I'm not disagreeing. I love what you're saying.
It's not like they've been girlfriends or boyfriends and girlfriends.
What you're saying? Here's my takeaway. Here's my takeaway from what you just told me, because I don't know this guy. I'm just surprised that somebody who's making the news as a political commentator by kneeling.
Yeah,
it didn't even vote. But what I take away from what you're saying is that A, he's spoiled. B, he's clueless.
He could be clueful.
and C, he's just a follower, really. He's following his girlfriend, it sounds like. And it sounds like you giving him a good excuse, apparently so.
Yeah. Well, when it first came out, I'm like, okay, there's all of a sudden this guy is doing this out of the blue. He's never said anything like this. I'm like, there's something to it. And then you start looking at some of these blogs, and you're like, oh, that's why. Oh, okay.
All right.
Okay.
Well, I didn't know any of that stuff.
Yeah.
All right, I do have athletes who served in the military. I want to do that, but first, how is the blood supply right now?
Again, we're okay. It's starting to get to. We didn't have a good day yesterday, but and then that seems like the holidays are creeping closer and closer every year. But we just need people to get out there, give the gift of life, and donate blood, and go on to LifeSouth.org. Or call us at 622-3544 and make an appointment to do apheresis. We really need platelets right now. So get the blood. Donate blood.
Palm Garden of Ocala and Penn Flooring, thank you for sponsoring this segment every morning. We love both of you, and we love the fact that you sponsor this. It gives us a way to make that message known throughout the community. And if you are ever in need of any flooring to make your home or your office a little bit more beautiful, remodel from the floor up, go to Penn Flooring. They are over the McKay-Williams Bridge on 17th Street, just a few blocks from Pine Avenue. Their phone number is 351-3420. And Palm Garden of Ocala is a wonderful facility for those who need long-term skilled nursing care or short-term rehabilitative care. And also, it is a wonderful facility for those looking for a place as a respite place to give you, the caregiver, a break. Mom, dad, aunt, uncle, husband, wife, whoever needs that kind of a facility will really have a good time. It's got a great community there. It's a very social place.
It's wonderful.
Lots of activities. The food is outstanding. The place is immaculately clean, and the therapy. You've got to check out the 21st Century therapy opportunities they have there. Whether it's physical, what they call occupational physical, all the different physical therapies, all the therapies. You know me. I stumble over everything. All right, we'll take a little break, and when we come back, athletes who served in the military. And I have, hold on, I have something to take us out to this break for Galen and Joe. I think this. There we go. We'll be right back.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accidents. On this Friday, Veterans Day, mostly sunny and pleasant with a high of 76 to 80. Mainly clear Friday night with a low of 46 in the coldest inland spots to 55 along the coast. For Saturday, sunshine mixing with clouds, a nice day, the high 77 to 81. And on Sunday, times of sun and clouds, the high 78 to 82. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
This is Jan Marino from Palm Garden of Ocala. At Thanksgiving, more than ever, our thoughts turn gratefully to those who have made our progress possible. And in this spirit, we say, from Jennifer McCullough, the Executive Director, and the rest of our staff, simply but sincerely, thank you, and best wishes for a happy Thanksgiving.
Hospice of Marion County has an urgent need for volunteers to share a conversation with someone, run errands, hold someone's hand. All you need is a willingness to help others. Our volunteers believe the blessings they receive far exceed the services they offer. Will you consider serving, caring, and making a difference? Call today, 873-7441. Hospice of Marion County, making more moments of life possible.
Hi, this is Vanessa Lane Jennings with the Jennings Law Firm, located here in beautiful Ocala. Join me every single Friday at 10:30 for Legal Lane. We'll be discussing various legal topics such as family law, criminal law, contracts, and much more. So this is your chance to call in with your legal questions and have them answered. That's every Friday, 10:30, right here, WOCA The Source.
All right, 19 minutes after 8 o'clock. Beautiful Friday morning. Galen Unold on the phone from LifeSouth Community Blood Center. Galen is a veteran, a Navy veteran, and so we salute all our veterans, and especially today on Veterans Day. Are you doing anything for Veterans Day today, Galen? You or LifeSouth?
No. I'm just going to the dentist's office. The blood center's doing a lot. We always try to make it a big deal for all our veterans that come in. So yeah, that's a big part of who we are and what we're all about. We serve veterans, and we're really proud of it.
What is can I ask a kind of a Navy question? What is this is kind of a weird, probably open question, because I'm sure there's more than one, but what is the most amazing ship that you've ever personally witnessed? Not in video, but seen for yourself.
That's a tough one. There's two of them that I served on both, and that was the Midway, which is an aircraft carrier. It served in late part of World War II in Vietnam, and then the other one was the USS Iowa. I served on the Iowa for 2 weeks. And the Iowa was a battleship that they had just recommissioned, and those things were just amazing. And the history on both of those ships was just, jaw-dropping. So that would probably be it. I mean, I was on some subs, but I couldn't stand subs. I mean, I didn't ever go to sea on a sub. I just walked through them, and they scared the heck out of me. So.
Oh wow! Yeah.
Yeah, but the aircraft carrier and the battleship by far, in a way, the most amazing thing.
All right, so we have some athletes who served in the military, and we also have a phone call. So let's do the phone call first. Good morning. You're on the air.
Good morning, Larry, Rob, and Galen.
Hey, Sonny.
I was in the Navy also, but for some reason I stayed on the same ship. I never got transferred off.
Is that right? Wow.
But anyway, what I'm getting at, and the reason why I called, is all these demonstrations. Last night, late, for me late, anyway, on the news was they tracked these demonstrations as being sponsored by George Soros.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Jeez.
I personally thought Hillary was just that mad and using the rest of her campaign money to create havoc, but not so.
Wow. Well, that tells you
anyway,
something.
A guy like that, I think, should be asked to leave the country, or better yet, go to jail. Put him right next to Bernie Madoff or something. By the way, his name was one of those mentioned in that 14 hedge fund deal that was supposed to have been prosecuted and never prosecuted. So this is what you have, a government that doesn't stand for anything. So anyway, what can I tell you?
Yeah, maybe things will change. Thank you, Sonny. Appreciate that.
Have a good day, and have a good Veterans Day, everybody.
And thank you for your service as well, Sonny. Thank you. All right, athletes who served in the military. The first name I don't even know. Rocky Blyer. Who's Rocky Blyer, Galen?
Oh yeah, kicker for the Pittsburgh Steelers back in the day. He had half a foot that he lost in the war.
Oh,
so
wow.
And many people thought that he got an unfair advantage because he had a steel plate in his shoe.
Oh gosh! Oh my goodness!
I was a Cowboys fan, and at the time I agreed with him.
Ted Williams is on the list. I know you have a personal connection to Ted Williams.
Yeah, World War II and Korea. Served valiantly. Got a Silver Star, I believe, and was considered an ace pilot. So, yeah.
He flew for
Great vision.
He flew for the Navy, right?
Yeah, Navy/Marine Corps. Yeah.
Yogi Berra.
He did. He served during World War II. He was a grunt in the Army.
He was a gunner's mate during the D-Day invasion, it says. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
Joe DiMaggio.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't serve with as much distinction as Ted Williams, as any Red Sox fan will tell you. But he did serve. He had to do a lot of photos, and
it says he rose to the rank of sergeant. But he never saw combat, is what it says here.
Oh.
Yeah.
Correct. And Ted Williams was an officer. He was a captain, and he had to go back. He was so good, they re-enlisted him in Korea, for Korea. And he was like, and he was at the top of his game. He lost 4 of his best years by serving our country during his baseball career.
Wow.
So,
following
never doubt. And when you ask about it, he said, I never questioned it. I had to serve for my country. My country called me, and I would do it again over and over and over again.
Following the attack on Pearl Harbor, the first American professional athlete to volunteer for combat was Bob Feller.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know Bob Feller?
Well, I don't know him personally, but he was a pitcher. Yeah, he served on the USS Alabama, and great Hall of Fame pitcher.
Whitey Ford.
Again, are we going to do all Yankees today, Larry? Is that the key? We're just going to... No, he's a pitcher for the Yankees.
I have no idea. I have no idea the order or anything about this. I have no idea.
That's why. That's okay.
All right, Joe Louis.
Okay, you're a Yankee.
Joe Louis. I'm a Yankee.
Boxer. He was a heavyweight champion at the time during World War II, and so he did a lot of fundraising. I'll say that for like U.S. war bonds and stuff like that. He didn't see any combat because he was one of the most famous people, especially athletes at the time. So the Nazis would have loved to have killed him.
Willie Mays.
Yeah, out center fielder, arguably the greatest center fielder ever to play the game for the Giants.
Roger Staubach is on this list. Roger Staubach.
My childhood hero. He was a quarterback for the Cowboys. Won Super Bowls for him, but he went to the Naval Academy, won the Heisman Trophy, and then had to serve his country during Vietnam.
Pee Wee Reese.
Yeah, shortstop for the L.A. Dodgers and the Brooklyn Dodgers, and was a big part of Jackie Robinson's life.
Oh, my.
And speaking of Jackie Robinson, he's on the list also, Jackie Robinson.
Yep. Mm-hmm. He served in an all-black unit, and he served with distinction, and then after he got out, he went and then, was eventually moved up, but he was very young, and I believe he had gotten out of college and was in an officer training program. I don't think he was ever in a war theater.
Mike Anderson served 4 years in the Marine Corps, it says here.
Anderson. I don't know.
Mike Anderson. The Denver Broncos drafted him in the 6th round, and Anderson rewarded them with a 1,487-yard Defensive Rookie of the Year season.
Oh, good for him. There you go.
What year was that?
Mike Anderson.
But what year did it say the year? Is it current or during
I don't
World War
know.
II?
I think it's current.
Is it?
Yeah.
Roberto.
Mike Anderson, the running back. Yeah, he's a running back for. Yes, I think he still plays for them.
Oh.
Yeah. He won a Super Bowl with them.
Tom Landry.
Yeah, coach for the Dallas Cowboys.
Second lieutenant.
Again, you could argue that he's the greatest coach in the history of football. So. Yeah.
He always wore the fedora. I always see that image.
Always
in my
classy
head.
guy.
Yeah.
Classy guy.
Roberto Clemente.
Unique situation for him. I mean, he obviously died after he hit 3,000 hits in a plane crash. He served as a waiver. It was kind of interesting because he was already in the Major League Baseball when he started serving.
Oh.
Yeah.
Let's see. Bob Kalsu, All-American tackle at Oklahoma, before being drafted to the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah, don't.
Second.
He's another new guy. Yeah, he's another new guy. He was an ROTC guy out of Oklahoma.
Second lieutenant in Vietnam in 1969.
Oh, well, then never mind. Oh, no. Yeah. Second lieutenant's like the lowest you can get, I think, pretty much.
Oh, he actually died in Vietnam. He died in
there you go.
1970. He was the only active professional football player to lose his life in Vietnam. Bob Kalsu.
Oh, well, we should remember him then, shouldn't we?
Yeah. Who else do I have in here? John Wooden. John Wooden served in the Navy during World War II.
He sure did. Basketball coach for UCLA, greatest basketball coach of all time. College or pro, and won more titles than any other coach in collegiate history. Yeah.
And let's see the last one. There's so many of them on here. Ahmad Hall.
Don't know him.
He took an unusual path to professional football. He was not recruited heavily by colleges out of high school, so he enlisted in the Marine Corps. He rose to the rank of sergeant, saw time in Kosovo and Afghanistan. After he was out, he attended the University of Texas on the GI Bill and walked onto the football team.
All right, there you go.
There you go.
And we had a general in here that spoke about a college football star, and then he went to Vietnam and he saved his platoon and lost his life, and I can't recall his name.
Oh, okay. Well, that's what we had for this morning.
Gosh,
Galen, thank you for what you do and for what you've done as a Navy man, as a veteran. Enjoy today, and where's the Budmobile so we can help you?
Today we're in Bellevue all day. So we're both at the Publix there, and then we're also at the local clinic there. Where's it called? Bellevue Physicians Place. It's right there on the main road, so you'll see it.
All right.
Oh, okay.
All right. Thank you, Galen.
For the curve.
All right.
All right. Bye.
Thank you guys for everything.
Thank you.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Election in Portland. A peaceful protest turning into what police call a riot.
Officers fired tear gas in the early morning hours in an effort to disperse angry crowds. Thousands raging over President-elect Trump, shutting down roads, smashing out drivers' windows, setting fires, and saying a Trump administration would not share their values.
Fox Radio's Tom Graham, Donald Trump tweeting that the protests are very unfair. The UN Human Rights Office says it is new proof ISIS is using chemical weapons. And across Europe, memorials to remember those who lost their lives in World War I. Big Ben is chiming to commemorate the moment that the guns went silent. Fox News, we report. You decide.
This is the sound of a brand new outdoor grill being hurled off a 20-story building. Now a stylish glass coffee table. An electric guitar. These are the things you could enjoy, all cast into oblivion. Because when you throw away money on wasted electricity, you throw away everything you could have bought with it. Visit EnergySavers.gov and get tips on how to save energy and money. Then do things like switch to Energy Star light bulbs or Energy Star appliances, and you could save hundreds of dollars a year. So this doesn't happen to the recliner you've had your eye on, or this to the treadmill on your wish list, or this to the shiny new bike your kid's been asking for. Saving energy saves you money. Learn more at EnergySavers.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Energy and the Ad Council.
Howdy, folks. For over 4 decades, we at Dairy Queen have been proud to serve our customers with the finest and freshest cook-to-order, quick-service comfort foods in the world. For instance, our new Philly steak and cheese sandwiches with grilled peppers and onions on an artisan focaccia bread bun. So steaming hot and yummy, you won't believe it. We also added seasoned potato skins filled with queso cheese and bacon. Wow, they're tasty. So come on down to Dairy Queen at Silver Springs, where we always treat you like kings and queens.
That was the sound of a tree falling. It could be your tree. You're going to have it trimmed, but never got around to calling Pride Tree Service. It could have fallen in a field, and now all you have to do is call Pride Tree Service, and they'll have it quickly out of the way for a great price. But don't wait until the tree falls. It may not fall in the field. It may hit your car, your house, or worse. So call Pride Tree Service today and avoid all those headaches before they happen. Pride Tree Service, 572-2510. That's 572-2510.
Whether you're just starting out in your career or ready to make a change, being a commercial pilot is within your reach. The FAA has predicted that in the next few years, the number of planes in the sky will double, and that means a lot more jobs in aviation. Ocala Aviation has teamed up with an accredited university, enabling you to get a college degree in aviation while training to be a commercial pilot. And with options like financial aid, grants, and scholarships, it's never been a better time to get your new career in aviation started today. For more information, call me at Ocala Aviation, 352-861-7484.
You have that drip coming down from the corner of the room, but where did it start from?
Bone Dry Roofing can and will fix it right the first time using quality materials and will deal honestly and fairly with you, period. You can find Bone Dry Roofing on their website, bonedryroofingllc.com, and Facebook at Bone Dry Roofing LLC. Do it right before your roof needs a tarp to keep the elements out. Bone Dry Roofing stands behind the work to help make your home safe and secure, plus they have financing available. Remember, if you're not bone dry, then you're all wet.
Hi, I'm Big Daddy Don Garlitz, asking you to support adoption by purchasing a Choose Life license plate from your county tag office. You know it costs a lot to give a child life. Many times a woman is forced to make a bad choice because of financial pressures. Help save the lives of the unborn children by aiding women whom choose life instead of abortion. Take a stand for life. Purchase your Choose Life license plate today. For more information, go to chooselife.org or call 352-624-2854.
Cookies, 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 cookies. We go cookie eating cookies.
When you want something special and fun for any occasion, get cookies. King Cookie in the Paddock Mall in Ocala will make a delicious, fun-filled delight just for you. So next time you're in the mall, stop by King Cookie or call 352-237-2557. KingCookieOcala.com. Customized cookies, cakes, and more. King Cookie.
Eating cookies. We're so happy eating cookies.
Cookies!
Ocala's information station, 1370 WOCA.
Ocala.